When Toyota teased late last year that they were going to launch an all-new SUV, naturally, we all got extremely excited. Well, if you're still wondering about the all-new Toyota Rush, I'm here to tell you all of the details. I'm standing right beside the all-new Toyota Rush 1.5-liter G. This is a top-of-the-line trim, but it's better than that, so to speak, because it is spruced up by a TRD kit, or Toyota Racing Development, for those not in the know. We'll talk about the components that come into those a little bit later on, but right off the bat, fascia. Let's take a look at the hood. It comes with these sort of lines, these four lines that create texture, make it sexier, make it look more sporty. The headlamps are LED, and if you look at the grille, it's made of glossy material, glossy surface, makes it attractive and easily catches the eye. It comes with fog lamps as well, and this sporty looking red line here to give it, a leg up over a regular G trim, all new Toyota Rush. We'll talk about the side, the rear, a little bit later on. When you look at the profile of this trim, it seems like there's a lot going on, right? But some of it is TRD stuff, right? Like this is TRD for sure, the window covers, the side skirt is TRD, the roof rails come standard in all trims of the Rush. Take a look here and you notice on the side mirror there's integrated lights, so it makes it easier for people to notice where you're going. Plus, if you look at the door handle, you'll notice a button here, so if you have a smart key or the smart key with you, all you need to do is push the button, open and lock the door, makes it easier to use, more accessible, right? Now the rear of this trim of the Rush is a lot sexier than you'd expect, actually. It feels to me like it's sexier than the Fortuner, actually. If you take a look at it, first thing you'll notice, TRD Sportivo. And again, this is the trim, the G trim with the TRD kit. That's why you get this. So that's why the red line. And overall, it just gives it a lot more personality, if you ask me. Now, it has LED combination tail lamps. And if you take a look here, it's just, I love how they've sort of layered everything, given it shape, so that it comes with, again, a lot more sexiness than the side or the front. What you love, and I wasn't able to tell you earlier, but what you love about the Toyota Rush is the fact that it has SUV approach and departure angles, plus the ground clearance is 220 millimeters. So it's basically right up there with the SUV. So if you love the fact that, it rains a lot in the Philippines and you want to feel safe, you want to feel secure, you want to feel confident when you're driving through not so flooded roads, but if there's water on the roads, you'd feel confident driving in a Rush, definitely, with that ground clearance. And again, the approach and departure angles that are just SUV level as well. Hi, welcome inside the Rush. Again, this is the G trim with the TRD kit. Toyota's put in stitching design on the beige part, but easily you'll notice it's obviously plastic. This is plastic, but it sort of levels it up just a little bit. Steering wheel, there's leather, and also a basic steering wheel controls just for the telephone and the audio controls for the infotainment system. It's a 7-inch touchscreen, very easy to manipulate, to handle. It comes with an engine start-stop button right here. So again, if you have the key or key fob on your person, in your bag perhaps, in your pocket, all you have to do is step on the brakes and then press the button to start the engine. There are two dials here. You've got your speedometer and of course the RPM. Center console, you'll only have a small glove compartment, glove box, then your handbrake and the gear shifter for your 4-speed automatic transmission. We'll talk about storage capacity in the second row in just a little bit. Welcome to the second row of the Rush, and as you can see, it's fabric seats everywhere, front and rear. It's a 7-seater because this is the G variant with a TRD kit. And only the G variant has 7-seaters. As you can see, naka-de-4 pa ako, so it's spacious enough. and I'm 5'7", so you be the judge. If you're taller, what do you think, right? It has blowers here in the rear, so I'm telling you, it's easy to cool you off, definitely, even in the summer in the Philippines, right? There are a lot more cup holders here in the second row. A couple on this side, there are a couple on that side as well. Now let's talk about, carrying capacity in the rear. If you're a family of 7 or you carry a lot of people all the time, then this is the car for you. This is a 7-seater, but you'll sacrifice cargo space because the 7-seater with the seats up only have 213 liters of cargo space. The other variants though, the 5-seaters of the Rush, they have 514 liters of cargo space. So that's, depends on what you really want. But you can also fold these seats down. The third row is a 50-50 split folding, all right? So take this down, and voila, it's pretty easy. It's a two-step process, all right? So there you have increased cargo space. So it really depends on what your needs are, who you're carrying, if it's for the family, if you're just a sporty guy who loves a lot of space, so you can just dump your junk right in there, your gym stuff and everything. Definitely a very versatile vehicle, the all-new Toyota Rush. The Rush is powered by a 1.5-liter engine, sending power to the wheels through a 4-speed automatic transmission. So if you look at it, it's basic, but it'll get you there. Point A to point B, very easy, especially if you just drive, within the city. First things first, it uses a 17-inch alloy wheel, so you can get a feel of, tiny bumps on the road. That's for sure. It translates, but it's muffled. I mean, the level of noise, vibration, and harshness is very minimal. You love the acceleration on the low gears. That's where most of its torque lies. Torque, by the way, is 142 Newton meters, and horsepower is 104. All right. So again, meager numbers because of the small engine, but it will do the job if you're driving in the city, and if you don't ask much of it, especially if you're on the highway. I mean, we drove this one time on the NLEX, and it struggled to maintain or exceed 100 kilometers per hour. And I only say, try to exceed 100 kilometers per hour if you're trying to overtake another vehicle, right? But you obviously will try to maintain just 100 kph. It will do that easy. But again, RPMs are going to be very high at that point, which is not going to be the most efficient way to drive the all-new Rush. Suspension is a little stiff, so again, it doesn't cushion as much as a Camry, but understandably so. This is just barely above ₱1 million, this vehicle. So it's for city driving, really giving you a lot of the space that you need, that ground clearance, and that entry-level SUV that Toyota calls it to be. It's cheap, it's big, it's SUV type, which is what a lot of Filipinos are seeking. This is definitely an SUV market. So Toyota is giving the Filipino and the motoring industry what it is asking for, and we love so far what we've seen about the Rush. So I hope we've answered most of your questions about the all-new Rush. Again, this is the 1.5-liter G with TRD kit. The G trim costs ₱1,070,000, and you'll have to shell out a little extra for the TRD kit, but it makes it look a lot sportier, obviously, and pleasing to the eyes. It's powered by a 1.5-liter engine, and sends it to the wheels using a 4-speed automatic transmission. Got a lot of space. All you need to do is fold up the seats. If you don't seat 7, then you can use this, put your gym stuff. If you're a lady, maybe makeup stuff or grocery stuff, right? But if you've got 7 members in your family, easily carry that for sure. Air conditioning is top notch, and of course it's a Toyota, so quality is at the highest level, that's for sure. And if you live around the city and you're worried about flash flooding and all that, 220 millimeters of ground clearance, then you've got the departure and approach angle of an SUV What more can you ask for? You can take it in the city, very frugal with fuel because it has a 1.5 liter engine. And then of course, you can take it off-road a little bit because of its Fortuner qualities. It's the all-new Rush. Check it out.